And here we are. Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. We're going to start out by paying homage or respect to the people I watch often, every day. We're going to start out with, there's a few ways we can do this. Depends on your mood. If you'd like to get into it calmly, I suggest that you check out Dr. John Campbell. His name is his channel, Dr. John Campbell, Campbell. He is a teaching nurse that I came across this channel at the very beginning of COVID because I was looking for someone who was an actual medical professional to give me their insight, if you will. And I have stayed with him ever since. I watch him at least once a day. He puts up numerous videos during the week. He is a teaching nurse out of the UK. Very well-spoken, very polite, very respectful and respectable individual. He has been on BBC, I'm sure, I believe CNN, and many other news channels being interviewed because of his knowledge, because of his experience, because of his know-how. He, as I've said, is a teaching nurse, so he knows the human anatomy from head to toe, top to bottom, every ailment that could reach out and get you, or any cure that may be available or possibly is going to be becoming available. He carried me solidly through COVID and does his own research and is contacted by outside sources who have other knowledge about medical issues that he may not be pertinent to or he may not be privy to, which is fantastic. It's one-stop shopping for knowledge about keeping yourself healthy and alive. So that's great. We like that. That's Dr. John Campbell. And then, if I'm feeling frisky, I may go over to watch Nate on the Canadian Prepper, which will scare the life out of you every single episode. There are even people who have channels specifically to discuss how freaked out they got by watching his channel, that is Nate, the Canadian Prepper's channel, for too long or taking it too literally. But again, this is a guy, I don't want to waste my time either. I mean, we're all out there just zipping through whatever, YouTube or TikTok or whatever you might want to use. I do the same thing, so I get it. That's why I've been making mostly shorts on my channel. I'm trying to figure out, how to build an audience. I am making this channel work. This is the first video that I'm doing where it's just a talking head. It's me. I hope to get in contact with Dr. Campbell, with Nate down the road. So let me finish with Nate's show before I move on to others. So Nate, the Canadian Prepper, he is a prep guy. He does sell merchandise, so that is there, but those are separate videos. He does the merchandising with one video and the information on another. I love you for that, Nate, if you see this. I love him for that. He gets all of the, inside information about what's going on in the world, the geopolitical aspect of our world. I started watching him when the Ukrainian-Russian thing started happening. And he's got some very good points of view about these situations. I say these because he is now commentating on the Israeli Hamas thing that's going on. And since this is my first video, I'm not going to delve into anything in specifics, but I hope they all just end. I hope I hope in a very immature way that all of these wars just end and everybody can stop thinking that they are allowed to kill other people for nonsense other than self-defense. That's a very blanket statement. I know, and we'll get into that. That's what I want to do, but I want to get into it while talking with Nate or somebody else in that realm. There is another gentleman that I've been watching, and I'm going to have to dig up his name because I forget his channel, and I want to give him credit. These are all what I'm referring to as the usual suspects, if you will. Sean Ryan is the next one that I was going to get to. He is a former, either he was a SEAL or he was a Ranger in the military. I'm forgetting, I apologize, but very highly trained, knows his stuff. And just as when you work in any specific, I won't say genre, but any specific world, you become very tight with the others who work in the same industry. That's what I'm looking for. Industry as you. So he has the ability to reach out to some serious guys that went through some serious stuff in country. Back in Afghanistan and all of that stuff that we just went through. And he has some very enlightening conversations with these guys. And the point of the matter, what I'm getting to is there's no BS. There's no fluff. They're not looking to dazzle you with lights and sounds. It's about the conversation. It's about the information. And I respect the hell out of that. I know you guys do too. And we all are on social media all day. Don't lie. All day. Well, that tells me that it's a perfect time for me to jump in here and start my own channel, because there are things that I want to know too, and I go searching for them online, and I'm beginning to, the information is beginning to kind of peter out, meaning dissolve or lessen in my opinion. I'm sure it's out there, but my thought is if I can become another usual suspect, those people that I want to talk to will at least understand that I'm not playing around. I want the nuts and bolts, the meat and potatoes of it. I want to know what's going on around me so that I can act accordingly, as we all want. We all just want to live and be calm and be happy. That's all we want. Don't lie. Nobody wakes up and says, I want to go get in a fight. Nobody does that. These things happen during the day. They're happening more often than not now. I don't even want to be outside of my house anymore. And I love people. That's my sign off when I, post something on Facebook. It's been so long since I've done that, but I love each and every one of you. I write it every time because I do. I love people. It's just becoming harder and harder these days. But that goes for me too. I'm sure I'm a pain in the ass to others, and for that I apologize. Sean Ryan, I believe it's the Sean Ryan Show or Sean Ryan Clips. I want to spell it. I think it's SHAWN, Sean Ryan. But you look it up. It'll be the first one. Algorithms are a wonderful thing. For now, I'm going to talk about AI and quantum computing and how I am listening to, or trying to listen to, the smartest people in the industry. Elon Musk helped design the stuff. And he's the one saying, hey, we need to we need to slow down with this stuff. We don't really know what we're getting into, or we don't really know what we're unleashing on the world. I don't know enough about that right now, so I'm not going to babble on about that. But those things are what I want to talk about. The alien thing. I am all about it. Paranormal stuff, I am all about it. Because it's always been around. I'll admit that I have two at least instances where I know that what I was seeing was not a human thing. Okay? I'll state that right here, right now. Not that I'm special, not that I'm good or bad or anything. I just want you guys to know where I'm coming from. There are so many things living with we humans on this planet that we just don't even know are right next to us or in the next room waiting for us to what? That's what we need to know. To what? What's the interaction? So on that aspect, I'd love to talk to the guys, Zach and Aaron over at is it Ghost Hunters or is that the other show that I don't quite love? Well, Zach Baggins, I think we all know who he is, and his wonderful sidekick Aaron for comedic value. But he's a solid guy that puts himself in dangerous positions to get knowledge, to get the answers. We live in a world with no culpability, no consequences, and everybody knows it. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. I, for one, just want to know. I want the answers. I want to know so that I can make decisions, either good or bad, that I am aware of. Like, I don't want to be guessing. I don't want to be just reaching around anymore. I want to know. I want to know. So, I'd like to make a channel that continuously or has open lines of communication in a continuous fashion with these people and more as we grow. Because it's time. It's time. I don't even know why it's time. It could be the cataclysm thing. It could be the Mayan calendar thing. It could be so many other things, but it's very obvious that the world around us is changing dramatically by the day. By the day. I don't want to wait until next week for information. I want to know today, just like you guys do. So that's what's going on here. We're going to reach out, and I do have some connections in the world of television. I mean, I did work in TV for about 15 years. I have a little background. So I've got some Hollywood people that I'm going to reach out to, but I need to get the ball rolling. So this simple little video is me getting the ball rolling. I hope you guys will come along with me because it's going to get really interesting really fast. And that's what we want. So if you've stuck around this long, I really appreciate it. I truly understand that at the moment, I'm no one. But it's Jerry McGillicuddy, and I'm going to be here. So let's get talking.